Hi everyone, Marcia Astle here, the mayor of Chester Township. The council had a meeting last night, June 7th, and I want to give you some highlights from that meeting. But first of all, let me thank the residents who took the time to vote in the primary on June 6th and congratulate the winners. Mike and Ganamort and Derek Moore took the top 2 places in the Republican primary. There were write-in candidates in the Democratic primary, and these write-in candidates still need to accept the nomination to have their names appear on the November ballot. When I was out campaigning for mayor last year, one of the top subjects people wanted to talk to me about was the condition of our roads, their roads. Since I've been mayor, the questions remain the same. Why isn't my road getting paved? Why are we working on this road instead of that road? So I would like to invite you to a Roads 101 meeting on Monday, June 19th from 7 to 8 o'clock at night in the Township Building. Craig Reiner, our Superintendent of Public Works, will be talking about the decision-making process he uses to evaluate our roads in terms of maintenance and improvement. There will be a short presentation and then plenty of time for questions and answers, so I hope to see many of you there. So back to the council meeting. We approved a resolution giving the state's Department of Transportation permission to allow Four Bridges and South Four Bridges Road to be used as a detour off Route 206 next year for about a week. However, our resolution requires the DOT to reimburse us for any damages to the roadway that might occur as a result of the increased traffic on the road. And thanks to Councilman Matt Cass for initially suggesting that we require this agreement from the state before we approve the use of our roads for the detour. We approved several raffle, tricky tray, and 50/50 licenses, so I hope you go out now and support these events, the 4-H Fair, the Church of the Messiah, and the Lions Club Oktoberfest. Have fun. It's legal. I have mentioned LOSAP often in past videos. Again, this is the Length of Service Awards program. It's a pension-like program that we offer to our first aid squad and fire company members. You, the voters, approved it by referendum many years ago. We have been in discussion over the past few months with the first aid squad's leadership and their council about their interpretation of the ordinance that governs the awarding of retroactive points for past leadership positions. In past council meetings earlier this year, we have voted to not approve their submissions for 2015 and 16, but last night the council, by a 3-2 vote, approved the first aid squad submission of the 2015 points, which gives some members credit for retroactive service, but approved the 2016 submission without this retroactive credit. I would be more than happy to talk with anyone about LOSAP, so feel free to contact me by email, phone. Come talk to me when I'm in the Township Building on Friday mornings from 10 till noon. We also discussed the recent decision made by the First Aid Squad to use a paid service, Atlantic Health, to cover calls Monday through Friday from 5:45 a.m. until 7 p.m. beginning now. This is a trial agreement for 3 to 6 months, and it will be reevaluated at 3 months in. The leadership of the squad said that this trial agreement in no way lessens the dedication, volunteer time, and training and passion that our members possess, and we certainly agree. We did, however, discuss other aspects of this change. We talked about how or if this proposed change would affect their budget, supplies, gas, maintenance, utilities. We discussed the soft billing that Atlantic Health uses and what that means for our residents. We talked about the status of audits that are required by state statute when a municipality gives more than $70,000 to a first aid squad, which Chester Township does, so our CFO will be following up on that. We talked about how the squad will be informing citizens of this change to coverage during the daytime hours. We want to help them publicize this change, and we also talked about our desire to implement a structure whereby the township and the borough would have regular communication with the squad's leadership. We also now have an approved meetup sign and location in the municipal parking lot. This is an area where online buyers and sellers can meet in person to complete transactions under the watchful eye of a surveillance camera. So thanks to Chief Williver for taking the initiative to get this in place. We also approved giving raises above 2% to some of our employees, our tax assessor, Chief Financial Officer, the DPW Assistant Superintendent, and our Township's Administrator. We benchmark salaries against those in Morris County as a whole, and then also against about 10 or so selected towns that the council chose years ago as towns that are like us in our surrounding area. And we also approved several proclamations, 2 for Eagle Scouts, Thomas Masucci and Michael Cervez. I'll be at their ceremony Saturday morning. And 1 for Mr. Mullen, the much-loved longtime principal of the Chester Schools. There will be a ceremony honoring him on Monday night, June 12th. So if you can't attend, send him a note of thanks for his care of our children. He made it a point to know every child's name, and if he couldn't, he would buy them a snack during lunch, and he always met the children on and off the bus. He just modeled politeness and respect and professionalism every day, every moment, and we will certainly miss him. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. That's it. Feel free to contact me. If I don't have the answer, I'll try to direct you to someone who can help, and I will always be respectful and listen. So, okay, thanks.